Welcome to Thursday's update from Camp Randall Stadium. I'm Patrick Herb here at football practice, where you can hear behind me the Badgers are preparing for what they expect to be a hostile environment in Ross-Ade Stadium. Wisconsin has started 7-1 this season for the first time since 2006, Bret Bielema's first year as head coach at Wisconsin. Badgers also find themselves locked in a 4-team tie at the top of the Big Ten standings with a 3-1 record, also tied with Iowa, Ohio State, and Michigan State, who all have one loss apiece. We were there when head coach Bret Bielema met with the media after practice.
Well, I think our guys excited to get out there and play. I thought from Tuesday moving forward, even Wednesday, a lot of bounce in their step and have practiced extremely well. From an injury standpoint, everybody will be back. Lance went yesterday, went today, and did some things. I don't know if we're going to use him. It'll kind of be how he feels on Saturday and reacts to what we've done here the last couple of days. James White, same situation. Kind of see where he's at in the next 24 hours. He did practice yesterday and today in a limited basis, but otherwise everybody else is good to go. Peter Cons will start at center and move forward. Nick Toon's 100%. Can't remember the rest of the defensive guys. Jordan Coote, he's not going to start the game, but I expect him probably to be in the game.
Knowing what you've got, a guy like Pedersen in place of Lance and Ball in place of White, is that if you err on the side of, to help you err on the side of caution more, knowing that you can get some productivity?
Yeah, I grabbed both those guys and said, hey, I know you've had limited practice, limited reps. I only want to go if you're 100%. I think that's the part that I want them to understand. They both of them individually too, really play the way they play because they can go 100 miles an hour. There's no in-between ground for those guys, and at that position in particular. But what I really, we're playing a team that's well documented, had a lot of injuries, but our guys don't really. There's no flinch when somebody goes down. It's the next guy that shows up. A guy that I'm excited to see if we don't, if Lance doesn't go. Brian Wozniak, who was really ahead of Pedersen, and he broke his shoulder, in fall camp. He's been back with us now 3 weeks, so I'm excited to watch him play.
You mean working it on offense as well?
Yeah, in our 2 or 3 tight end packages, he's basically taken over the role that Jacob moved into, by Lance being out.
When he first got hurt, was there some concern he might miss the whole year?
Yeah, with Brian. Yeah, when they got in and found the X-rays, they were glad with what they saw. They knew it was just going to be about a 6-week recovery.
Do you want to still give Claxton some work with Taylor at that spot?
Yeah, although Mike, these are the type of games he should play pretty well, and he's been sudden this week. But I think Claxton and Connor O'Neill both will see time.
You have talked before this year about getting Garner a little bit involved defensively. Is this a week where you might be able to use him more?
I'm sorry, Jeff, I probably should have said this. We switched Manessa full go to defense during the bye week, so he's taken the last 2 weeks at defensive end and worked a lot in our base defense as well as our sub package.
Is that a byproduct of the fact of lack of consistent pass rush?
Well, I think it's when we made a decision to play him to pass rush started, but also from the line of scrimmage now against spread teams where you can have a guy in the end and the techniques we're going to play there.
You committing them just for this year to that spot?
Yeah, the offense had a waiver clause on that one. You know what? We will just get through the season and see where it's at. He was doing some really nice things at wide receiver, so we lose 3 of our top guys this year, so it'll be something will be a discussion topic come winter.
How rare for freshmen to handle as much as he's had different things. 3
you know what?
Really special teams.
Yeah, Manessa is. Everybody was pulling him in different directions, and that's kind of why I stepped in and said, "Hey, we're going to move him only to defense." We were splitting time, and he was having success in so many areas. I said, "Let's just, clean up his plate a little bit, give him a little less food, and let him go to town." And it's been good so far.
You talked about forcing more turnovers with your defense. Do you get many in practice, or is it hard to get them?
No, they do. They're stripping it around, against our scouts. Our guys take pretty good care of it when we're going good. But there's been an added emphasis on it. I think the type of offenses you're playing now might have the ability to, create some more turnovers. Turnovers can be created, but they're also given a lot of times. So hopefully we're going to be able to see some of those.
Dave had said about Connor O'Neill that once you got to some spread teams that he might be involved. Is that still?
Yeah, that Claxton and Connor both. Connor just made a nice interception out there today in practice, a tip ball, and you can see the athleticism he has. So you've seen Connor really grow here just in the last, probably month.
In your experience, how do you guys handle bus trips?
Well, we a lot of what we did is we planned it so that we would miss the Chicago traffic, and move forward. We're going to actually change it up a little bit this week. We're going to, when we get to the hotel on Friday, we're going to have Herbs work out with our guys for 15 minutes just to stretch and flex, because it could be close to about a 5-hour bus ride.
Do you bus once a year? Is that a budgetary thing? Or?
It Purdue the one way. I know we made an agreement with Minnesota one way, and then in Iowa, we of course have always been back and forth. There was a conference rule a little bit, and then also the ADs I think got together and we'll try to get that one through. But those are the only three.
Saturday's game between the Badgers and Boilermakers begins at 11 a.m. on Big Ten Network. You can also listen to it on the Badger Radio Network. As always, UnityBadgers.com will have complete post-game coverage. Thanks for watching.